Good morning, students. Today, in our social science class, we are going to continue our second chapter of geography, agriculture. Today, we are going to start with cropping patterns. Children, India has three cropping seasons. They are Rabi, Kharif, and Zaid. That means in our country, crops are grown according to the season. First, Rabi crops, sown in winter from October to December and harvested in summer from April to June. That means these crops are sown in winter season and harvested in summer season. Some important crops are wheat, barley, peas, gram, and mustard. States which grow these crops are Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, and Western Uttar Pradesh, where main Rabi crops are grown. Ability of precipitation during winter month due to the western temperate cyclones help in the success of these crops. That means the temperature of these states and climate of these states help them to grow. The success of Green Revolution in Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, and part of Rajasthan has also been an important factor in the growth of Rabi crop. Here they are mentioning about the revolution, Green Revolution, that started in late 1960 in Punjab and Haryana, which helped the farmers to grow the crops more successfully. After this, we have Kharif crop sown in onset of monsoon. That means in the beginning of the monsoon in different parts of the country and harvested in September, October. Important crops are paddy, maize, jowar, bajra, अरहर की दाल, मूंग, उड़द, cotton, jute, groundnut, and soybean. Most of the important rice growing regions are Assam, West Bengal, coastal regions of Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Maharashtra, particularly the Konkan coast along with Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. That means the area where water is more available, rice is grown. Recently, paddy has also become an important crop of Punjab and Haryana. In states like Assam, West Bengal, and Orissa, three crops of paddy are grown in a year. That means in a year they grow paddy three times, and these are Us, Aman, and Boro. These are the name of paddy crops. After that, we have Zaid crops. That means in between the Rabi and Kharif season, these there is a short season during the summer month known as the Zaid season. Some of the crops produced during Zaid are watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, vegetables, and fodder crops. Sugar cane takes almost a year to grow. Children, hear what they are saying, that between the Kharif crop and Rabi crop, there is a short gap between. In that gap, they grow these crops, and these crops are known by Zaid season. After that, we have major crops, a variety if flood and non if food and non-food crops are grown in different parts of the country depending upon the variation in crops, climate, and cultivation practices. Here what they are saying, that a variety of food and non-food crops, they are grown in different parts of our country depending upon the soil, which type of soil it is, what climate it is, and how they are cultivated. Major crops grown in India are rice, wheat, millet, maize, and pulses. Some food crops than grains are sugarcane, oilseeds, tea, coffee, and horticulture crops, and non food crops are rubber, fiber crops, cotton, and jute. Children, do you know that India produces 51 major crops? After that, we have rice. It is the staple food crop of majority of the people in India. That means mostly people in our country eat rice. Our country is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China. Kharif crop, which requires high temperature above 25 degrees Celsius and high humidity with annual rainfall above 100 centimeter. That means for growing this crop, very high temperature is needed and lot of humidity and annual rainfall must be there. Grown in the plains of North and Northeast Asia, coastal areas, and the deltic region. That means these crops are grown in the north and the northeastern part of our country and near coastal areas and the delta region. Development of dense network of canal irrigation and tube wells have made it possible to grow rice in areas of less rainfall such as Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh and part of Rajasthan. Here what they are saying that the technical modern technology of irrigation with the means of canals have helped the farmers in the states like Punjab and Haryana and some part of the Uttar Pradesh to grow this crop. After that, we have this map which shows that major areas of the rice where the farmers grow it. Now, the next major crop is wheat, second most important cereal crop. Main food crop in India and northwest part of the country. It requires cool growing season and bright sunshine at ripening time, means when the crop is going to ripe, जब पकने लगती है, at that time sunshine, bright sunshine must be there. It requires 50 to 75 centimeter of annual rainfall evenly distributed over the growing season. Important wheat growing zones: Ganga, Satluj Plains, black soil region in Deccan. Now, major states which grow the wheat crop are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Rajasthan, and part of Madhya Pradesh. After that, we have map which shows the parts of the area where this wheat crop is grown. Now we have millet as the major crop. Jowar, bajra, ragi are the important millets grown in India. Though these are known as coarse grains, they have high nutritional value. That means they are very nutritious. Ragi is rich in iron, calcium, other micronutrients, and roughages. It is a crop of dry region and grown well on red, black, sandy, loamy, and shallow soil. Karnataka is the largest producer, followed by Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Jharkhand, and Arunachal Pradesh. Jowar is the third most important food crop with rest to areas and production. It is a rain-fed crop grown in moist areas. Maharashtra is the largest producer of jowar, produced by Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh. Bajra, grown well on sandy soil and shallow black soil. Rajasthan is the largest producer, followed by Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Haryana. After this, we have maize, used as both food and fodder. That means for eating purpose and for the food of the animals. Kharif crop, which requires temperature between 21 to 27 degrees Celsius and grown well in alluvial soil. The states which grow this crop is Bihar. It is grown as Rabi crop also. Use of modern inputs like high yielding variety of seeds, fertilizers, irrigation have distributed to the increasing production of maize. Maize Major maize producing states are Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. After that, we have sugarcane. It is a tropical as well as subtropical. It grows well in hot and humid climate with a temperature of 21 to 27 degrees Celsius and an annual rainfall between 75 centimeter and 100 centimeter. That means it is a crop which is grown in tropical areas and subtropical areas of our country. It needs hot and humid climates. That means temperature must be 21 to 27 degrees Celsius and annual rainfall between 75 centimeter to 100 centimeter. It can be grown on variety of soil. That means no fixed quality of soil is needed and needs manual labor for sowing to harvest. That means all the work from sowing the seed to harvesting is done by the human beings. India is the second largest producer of after Brazil. Main source of sugar, jaggery, khansri and mosses. Major sugar producing states are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Bihar, Punjab, and Haryana. After that, we have tea. It is an example of plantation crop, important beverage crops introduced in India by Britishers. That means this crop was brought by Britishers in our country. Tea plants grown well in tropical and subtropical climate endowed with deep and fertile well-drained soil rich in humus and organic matter. That means the soil must be rich in humus and organic matter. Tea bushes requires warm and moist-free climate throughout the year. That means the climate should be warm and it should not be filled with moisture. It should be moist-free climate throughout the year. Otherwise, the crop will get destroyed. Tea requires abundant, cheap, and skilled labor. That means all the work is done by human beings. Tea is produced within the tea gardens to restore its freshness. Major tea producing states are Assam, Hills of Darjeeling, and Jalpaiguri district, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. India is indeed leading producer as well as exporter of tea in the world. That means India is leading in the world to produce tea and it is exporting also outside. After that, we have coffee. India produces about 4% of the world coffee. Indian coffee is known in the world for its good quality. The Arabica variety initially brought from Yemen is produced in India. This variety of the great demand in the world. That means this variety of coffee is in great demand in the whole world, which is produced in India. Its cultivation was initially produced on the Baba Munda Hills, and even today its cultivation is confined to the Nilgiri in Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Now, after that, we are going to study about the important horticultural crops that are grown in our country. Horticulture crops. India is the largest producer of fruits and vegetables in the world. India is a producer of tropical as well as temperate fruits. Fruit in great demands. Mango of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and West Bengal. Oranges of Nagpur and Cherrapunji. Bananas of Kerala, Mizoram, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. In this way, we can see that India produces 13% of the world vegetables. It is an important producer of pea, cauliflower, onion, cabbages, tomato, brinjal, and potato. Children, do you know that India accounts to 10% of the world's fruit production? After that, we have rubber. It is an equatorial crop, but under special condition it is grown in tropical and subtropical areas. Requires moist and humid climate with rainfall of more than 20 centimeter and temperature about 25 degrees Celsius. It is an important industrial raw material. It is mainly grown in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Garo Hills of Meghalaya. India ranks 5th among the world natural rubber producer. Now, this is the consumption of natural rubbers, that how rubber is consumed in different areas. After that, we have fiber crops. Cotton, jute, hemp, and natural silk are the four major fiber crops grown in India. The first three are derived from the crops grown in the soil. Silk is obtained from cocoon of the silkworm fed on the green leaves, especially mulberry trees. Rearing of silkworm for the production of silk fiber is known as sericulture. Hope children you have understood this much. Thank you.